Yeah. Hey, I want to yell at the audience for a second because, and also like Gary, I was thinking about this yesterday. I was thinking about Eric the Midget. You know, Eric the Midget doesn't call in anymore, and a lot of people are happy about that. But I realized, like, you know, everyone really just was blasted. Like, Eric the Midget couldn't handle all of the listeners being negative toward him.
It raised his blood pressure. I think it was a health issue that he stopped calling.
And I don't blame him because, and then like Gary would get on and go, you know what, Eric, you're ungrateful. You won't do, and I was like, you know, he's Eric the Midget. He's a caller. He wants to do some stuff. He doesn't want to do other things. And Gary kind of doesn't get that. That's the beauty of Eric the Midget, that he doesn't want to do things.
That he's difficult.
That he's difficult. And it's so beautiful that he's difficult because you'd think being a little midget with all kinds of health problems.
He'd be compliant to everything.
Right.
He'd just be a yes kid.
Like it's Gary who doesn't get the joke. And like I realized like everyone, and then the news department was slamming him.
And everybody ran him away.
Yeah, they ran him away. They scared him off.
Yeah. So how come we talk that way to Jeff? Why do we talk that way to Jeff the Drunk?
Jeff the Drunk is ungrateful, and he's just he's a guy who doesn't really have a handicap. Okay, I know he fucked his arm up, but he's fully capable of working. Eric the Midget is a complete mess.
Yeah, listen, it's just an opinion, and
no, but you guys you don't let me handle things, and then the news department gets a hold of him.
Well, I didn't tell
the listeners get on and they start blasting him.
Yeah, people are finding him in chat rooms and annoying
yelling him, and and he freaks out. You take a good thing, let me handle it.
All right. Listen, I didn't say that he doesn't work or anything. Just because he's a mess doesn't mean he can't say thank you once in a while.
Of course he doesn't want to fly with balloons. We don't even really want him to fly with balloons because he would die.
We can't fly him with balloons. Yeah. We don't know how.
That's right.
You say that now, but we were looking into it.
No, but I never would have. Looking into it was fun.
Sick.
But he's not going to fly with balloons. You guys are all yelling at him. You're ungrateful. You're not going to fly with balloons. He's like, no, I don't want it. Anyway.
See, I never gave him a hard time about what he would and wouldn't do.
I used to hear you on the wrap-up show every minute about Eric the Midget.
I wouldn't give him a hard time what he would and wouldn't do. All I ever said was, we've done a lot for him. All you could say is thank you once in a while, and he just isn't capable of that.
Why do you even need to get
involved? But we do that with every character on the show.
No.
All of a sudden, Eric's special?
It's just when I handle things, they work.
So you can handle them.
Well, everybody jumps in around here. Everyone's a superstar.
You ask everybody to jump in.
No,
so you don't want them to jump in.
You would get on the speaker. Eric, you're ungrateful.
And you could say, Gary, I don't care what you think.
Wow.
Howard, why is this different? This is so weird. It's just such
You chased him away, and the news.
Oh my God, I so did.
The listeners.
The listeners might have, but they have their own opinion.
You chased them away.
Yeah, but in other words, the listeners have their opinion too. It's not my opinion.
All I'm saying is you ruined the midget.
You want him back?
No, I don't care. I'm just telling you. I think about these things at home when I'm not downloading. What the fuck are you laughing at?
When you're not downloading, it was funny.
All right, get out of here. You ruined everything.
I think it's ridiculous that you would blame me for this.
I didn't blame only you. Other people as well.
Hulk Hogan's got a new show coming on where he's going to teach little people how to wrestle. True thing. Like a reality show.
What is that all about?
I don't know.
Somebody actually bought that.
Yeah, but I guess maybe Eric would be interested in that.
I'd watch that.
Oh, God.
He's going to mentor
Hulk
them.
Hogan teaching
little
midgets?
people.
Mentoring little people to wrestle.
I would watch that. In fact, I'll download that.
Put it on your iPad.
How do I get the whole first season? I like hating first seasons. You think I'll like Fringe?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I was going to try to get into it, and then they canceled it.
$59.99 for the entire first season. I thought that was excessive.
$59.99? Yeah, they're very expensive, these seasons. But why wouldn't somebody recommend Dexter to you or Breaking Bad? Oh, my God, Breaking Bad, one of the best series ever. And you can get the first 3 seasons.
$59.99 for the entire first season of the Munsters.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
For the Munsters.
They're strong-arming people on these seasons.
You would love, Howard, I know everyone says it, you say you wouldn't, you really would love Dexter. I think it'd be one of those
That's where he's the serial killer who only kills serial killers?
Yeah, he's a good serial killer.
I don't care.
Oh, my God. You have no idea how great this show is.
Well, maybe I'll download that after I get done with all my other downloads.
Why don't you just download the first show?
No, I don't.
I just rewatched the first show. Great.
I don't roll that way, Gary.
But why would you download the whole thing if you...
That's true. You know, that would have made more sense if I downloaded one episode.
And Mad Men. Great series.
I was about to download that. Ralph told me it's not that good.
Oh, my God.
Ralph's not the only guy in the world.
If they don't dress up in costumes that look like robots, Ralph doesn't like it.
You want to know something? I just want to watch sci-fi anyway.
But Mad Men is great.
And Ralph
Breaking Bad is incredible.
Yeah, good. All right, well, I'll go to you for a recommendation next time. Hey, Jeff the Drunk, you're on the air.
Yeah, man, what the fuck?
What the fuck? What the fuck what?
What the fuck?
What are you upset about?
Jeff the Drunk is ungrateful. He can work.
Yeah, you can work. You're not Eric the Midget.
Yeah, so far, everything you've said is true, Jeff.
There's no disagreement.
Are you arguing me or agreeing? Jeff the Drunk can work and Eric the Midget can't.
It's bullshit.
Yeah, it is. I can't work.
Because you don't want to.
Right.
No, it's not that.
I've got lazy-itis.
You could work.
And I am grateful. Just yesterday, I wanted to thank you for giving me a life.
Yeah. Hey, and by the way, I like Jeff the Drunk. I don't have a problem with Jeff the Drunk. But I really didn't mean to get into a discussion about you. It's really about Eric the Midget. That's all.
No, okay.
You know what I mean? I don't have a problem with you. I know who you are, and I like who you are.
Okay, thank you, Alex.
All right. I'm not going to get into it with Jeff the Drunk. It's about Eric the Midget.
Bye.
Bye. In fact, I have something in mind for Jeff the Drunk.
Is that right?
All right, I'm going to include him in something, but it's not going to be for a long time. So don't call me, Jeff.
Just yesterday, he was thinking of thanking you.
Just